would probably put this down as a Mega Evolution thingy, but to be fair, this is still the same Blastoise set that I used in that video. So I haven't changed it, so I thought, meh, they're just kind of battles then, aren't they? You know. But there was some good battles. This first one was quite good. It's got a bit of Furfrou action. I'm telling you guys, Furfrou is amazing. But I suppose I'm gonna talk a little bit about DS stuff. I mean, Ludwig, old Luddy Ludwig, was kind enough to give me some of his sort of extra stuff that he doesn't need. So I do have some extra Pokemon on there, but I swear to God, I'm so fucking lazy. Like today, I was like, right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort out Ditto Safari and I'm gonna start catching the Dittos I need and blah 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 blah. I didn't do that. I did not do that. If any of you do actually happen to have a Ditto Safari, I would be very happy if you would let me have that, or have your FC. But yeah, I was so lazy, and I started using Blastoise, and I was like, hell the fuck yes. It can wait. I'm just gonna use Blastoise a bit more, because it's really fun. Yeah. I will say though, I probably shouldn't. Fuck it, I'll say it now. It isn't that sort of impacting on the game. Like it's cool, and I love it dearly. But I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. It's not exactly viable in its own way, but it's good and it has some power and it has some interesting coverage. Although, hey, it's a Zoomeroo. It's just like, oh, what you got? You got Double Pulse? Oh, you got Water Pulse? Oh, you got Focus Blast? Fuck you, I want all of it. I'm like, I'm fairly certain it resists fighting, so it's sort of like, shit. What move do I run for that? There's no move in Blastoise's arsenal for that, unless I want to run Dragon Pulse, which is an option, but I don't know. Actually, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's Fairy type. It'll absorb that as well. What am I talking about? Okay, yeah, there's really just nothing for that one. Anyway, this Zard just annoyed me. It's, Mega Bleeding Zard Y again. Why do people keep using it? It's not very good. Okay? It needs EQ, or some vague equivalent of EQ, but it doesn't really get an equivalent of EQ. It gets EQ itself, but it doesn't get a boosted attack stat. So it's a bit meh. Actually, I think it gets like base 108, doesn't it? I don't know, but I'd want EQ on it somewhere. I mean, you can have your Fire Blast or your Flamethrower and your Solar Beam, but it really just really needs EQ somewhere. Because it does. Anyway, the couple of battles I have here, actually, I do stall a bit unnecessarily. I am very tired. Ever since I fucking quit that bloody Amazon job, like, my body is being so weird. My body clock is fucking annoying the shit out of me. Like, you know, when because I had to correct my sleeping pattern, because, you know, I was going to sleep at, like, 7 in the morning and waking up at 5 in the afternoon. It's just like, this isn't right. There's something wrong here. So I sort of stayed up for the day and brought it back and sorted it out. But I swear to God, my body's just like, it won't let me sleep for more than 7 hours. I go to bed at like 10 sometimes and I wake up at 5 in the fucking morning. It's like, what? No, I want to sleep more. My bed's comfy and warm. I want to stay in bed. Like, no, don't wake me up, you bastard brain. Like, it's really specific as well. If I go to sleep at like 11, I'll wake up at 6. Really frustrating, and I don't understand. Yeah, so that's why I've been really tired. I've been taking a lot of naps now. I don't really like taking naps, because if you take naps, then you can't go to sleep later. But I can go to sleep later, but I can't sleep. No, fucking Amazon job. Screwed me over, man. Screwed me over. Hey, this is quite good. You sort of see the bulk of Espeon. I have no special defense investment. I've just got max defense, and it's taking hits pretty good, and it does exactly what I wanted to do. Because I needed to break this up. I wasn't going to get anywhere with Heatran. I might have eventually got rid of all of its air slashes, but who needs that when I can just go into fucking Furfrou and Banded Wild Charge his tits off? Base 102, guys. Base 102. Mega Garchomp, take note. Just take lots of notes of how much better Furfrou is than you. Anyway, this Azumarill was kind of tricky. I sort of do need to burn it. I need it dead. But I kind of wanted Sableye around because Sableye is so fucking good. And in fact, I do. I don't usually keep a Pokemon at 8%. I figured I'd leave it. But you know what? Furfrou is so fucking tanky, it doesn't care. Look at this, alright? 14%. I don't know what its fucking fur coat ability, like, the technical jargon of it is. I could have sworn it said that it halved physical damage, but when you consider I have no HP investment, no defense investment, and it's taking a hit like that, burn from an Azumarill, I would expect at least, you know, maybe 40-50% on something as weak and piddly as Furfrou looks. But it doesn't care. And like I say, you see that, and you get the confidence to switch it into things. It also has reasonable special defense. And like I say, you get the confidence to just sort of fling it in there and give it a go. And it's got nice amount of speed to outspeed a lot of threats. And Banded, it does have a reasonable amount of power. I am going to say, it only gets about 250 attack. Unless you go Adamant. But if you go Adamant, then you get, what is it, 301 speed? 303? Something around that. So, it's a toss-up. It kind of depends what you want to do with it. Anyway, another brilliant little example of Espeon being Espeon. Fucking wrecked that Donphan. But, I sort of fuck around it. I don't quite know why I went to Sableye. I don't really have much to deal with Vaporeon, as it turns out. I suppose there's a Latias, because I've got Size, Shock, and Dragon Pulse. But it's kind of iffy. I didn't really want to go into Furfrou. I didn't really want to eat the Scald. But Sableye was probably the worst bet, because if he Baton Pass, or if he switched back into Donphan, then he can get the Wish up, and it's like, great, so what do you accomplish there? You burnt the Donphan that now has more health. Woo. Okay, so I don't quite know where I was going with Sableye here, but Blastoise has obviously been taking some cues from his old mate Gyarados. He's just like, yeah, you hacks him like this. So he hacks his name Vaporeon like that. Double flinch. Thank you, Blastoise! Thank you! Good old Blastoise. I really like this thing. I like the design of it. I like its ability. I like its moves. I like its power. I like its bulk. It's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, and there are definitely... It's probably the worst of the good Megas. I'll try and rephrase it. It's the worst of the Megas that I like. If that makes sense to you. But it is good. It's fun. I don't know. It's whimsical. Like, I don't know. Megazord X is a bit sort of cold, you know, with its bulky, with its physically defensive set. You know, it's really good, but it's very sort of function. Whereas Blastoise is just like, I have a fucking cannon on my back. I shoot you. You die now. I just like that. I don't know. I'm very childish. Anyway, Sableye once again is showing why he's so fucking good. It's just like, for God's sake, Sableye, just stop it. Stop being so good. You have no reason to be. Although, that said, there is very odd bit here. I have burnt the Dragonite, and that's fair enough. Alright, you know, I had to stop it somewhere. I figured it had weakness policy, although I don't know if I see it. Like, that's why when I first saw the Dragonite, I was like, oh, I can Dazzling Gleam it with Espeon. Wait a minute. How many times have I tried the super effective hit before and been buggered over? So, this time I exercised a small tidbit of caution. He does seem bulky, though, because he goes Roost. I completely, like, predicted him there. Like, I really should have just gone Taunt straight away, but, you know, it paid off, so we'll be happy with that. But here, I made the plate, look at that. Furfrou tanking it like a boss. Furfrou took about the same amount of damage that Sableye did. That's how good its ability is, and how much it helps it, and how much confidence it just gives you to just send it in and go. Anyway, I'm going to go into Latias here, because I was fairly confident he was going to DD or summon. And it's a Focus Energy Sniper Kingdra. I think it's cool. I think it's a bit more different, a bit funkier compared to the DD Resto Chesto one. But I've seen it a couple of times. It's really underwhelming. The crit damage doesn't help it that much, really. I don't know. I mean, well, what? Sniper is... I don't know what it is in this gen, because crits are toned down to 1.5 times, so is Sniper 2.5? Because I know in 5th gen it's 3 times damage as opposed to 2. But like I say, I've seen it before, it just doesn't seem that great, to be honest. You're better off just running a DD set. That and someone was running Draco Meteor with it. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to take the time to focus energy up, and then I'm going to Draco. Oh no, I've lost all of my shit. Although I suppose he did get a few crits, which, you know, negates the drops, but... I don't know, even then... It's kind of iffy. Maybe that is the entire point and I'm missing it. Maybe the whole point is to get crits so you don't have to switch out when you use Draco a lot. I don't know. But... whatever. Anyway, here's where I fuck around a bit more. I don't need to. Espeon's right there. It's just like, I can handle it. I'll have it. I'll have it. This is like, no. Sableye will clear. Sableye will soften it up first. So I sit here recovering like a chimp, and then I burn it, and then I recover a bit more, and then I go knock off. It's like, this was completely pointless. Espeon probably could have had this by now. And Blastoise is there. It's very good death fodder. It'll be fine. I was thinking of running Ice Beam on it, but even then, that still doesn't help it against Azumarill. In fact, Azumarill is still a bit of a pain in the ass for this team. Well, if I get a burn on it, and it isn't frickin' Aqua Drum set, then Furfrou should have it. Furfrou's got that banded wild charge, yo. Furfrou's awesome. More people need to use Furfrou. Really good. Anyway, Sableye finally gives up. Finally stops being so fucking good, and Espeon will win. So, hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.